Inside the 20 by 20 is a dynamic wrestling podcast offering fans a comprehensive recap of the week's top matches, promos, and angles from WWE, AEW, and beyond. With new episodes released every Monday morning, this podcast provides wrestling fans with a perfect start to their week, offering insights and analysis to prepare them for the upcoming wrestling action. Inside the 20 by 20 is a GDP production and brought to you by the TCR Network. Go to tcrnetwork.co for more information. What's going on? It's your boy Mike Gambino, and I'm here with...
It's me, is GDP.
And the one and only...
The God Mod. Cross
718. And we are here to bring you episode... What are we up to? Episode 4? Episode 4 of Inside the 20 by 20.
That's right.
Let's get this ball rolling. GDP, what do we got in store?
Oh, well, you know, we like to talk about all of our... projects right off the top of the bat here real quick, everybody, just to get it out of the way. Of course, you know, every Tuesday night on Twitch, Gambino Era, Tuesday Night Titans. Last week, we crowned a brand new TCR champion. Tell them about it, Gambino.
Yeah, last week we crowned a brand new TCR World Champion. This Tuesday night, tomorrow night, we are going to have our yearly pay-per-view, one night stand, all hardcore matches, every title's on the line. We are going to have a 3-way cage match for the TCR World Championship, and we don't know who will be up against the champ for the title. It's going to be 2 mystery opponents. And it's gonna be a slobber knocker, as JR would say.
Oh, slobber knocker, that's a good one.
Slobber knocker.
All right, well, you got to tune in tomorrow.
He killed him.
Twitch, is it 7 p.m. Eastern time? 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. And if you guys don't have a Twitch, don't worry, because you can go to tcrnetwork.co and watch us from the main page on the website.
That's right, tcrnetwork.co. And then don't forget Friday nights now we also have our kind of speed kind of esque show, you know, the one that WWE copied off of TCR, and that 100%. Is Friday Glitch. What's Friday Glitch?
So Friday Glitch started out, honestly, as a joke because, you know, everybody who loves WWE 2K games knows the game is just a glitch within itself, right? Always glitch. Yeah.
We love you, 2K. I mean, if you want to give us advanced copies of 2K, you know, the next one, don't.
Please, 25. Listen, I
Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong.
I was ranked top 10 WWE 2K streamer in 2021. That's
right.
I mean, for 22 and 23.
Correct.
For a long period of time. So I figured, you know what? Let's do a TCR glitch. It's just 3 matches. Drops Friday. I record it during the week, and it adds a little bit more controversy because everybody in Discord loves to talk smack to one another. Yeah. And when they don't realize, and the match isn't really live, it's, you know, recorded, like old school SmackDowns. We have a good time and see everyone just go at one another once the results drop.
It's great. So 12 p.m. That's noon Eastern time. Friday Glitch. Check it out. TCRnetwork.co. Your one-stop shop for everything, guys, including some very new merch that we're kind of in the works still for Inside the 20 by 20, as well as Gambino era merch, and of course TCR merch. We want to also everything's coming. We want to also bring
all the things.
We want to hear back from you guys. We want listener feedback. We want listener questions. Ask us questions about wrestling. Ask us questions. Ask us personal questions. Why not? You never know. We may answer it at the beginning of the show. May answer it at the end of the show. You know, a couple of, you know, answer a little Q&A session maybe.
Are we gonna have a viewers mail
yes,
selection? That's
right. And we're gonna go. You guys are gonna send your listener feedback or listener questions to inside the 20x20 at tcrnetwork.co. When you send an email there, we get it. We have some lemmings in the back that'll go through all of our emails, and they'll tell us which ones deserve to be read up on the air. I don't know. I couldn't think of the
Wait, so
minions.
hold on.
We have minions.
We got underpants gnomes.
We have minions. Yeah, minions.
You know what? You just gave me a great idea. I'm going to drop a little bit. So I'm just going to drop this real quick. For everybody who submits questions and,
Feedback.
interacts with us via feedback via email, we will pick one lucky winner for a brand new TCR t-shirt. I mean, inside the 20x20 TCRnetwork.co t-shirt.
Wow. So you heard it here first, everyone. This is news to me.
Smart.
You know what? I get these ideas, the sporadic.
This is news to me. Triple H, don't steal this idea, all right?
Oh, he will. He will.
He will.
All right, so
if
you submit listener feedback or a listener question to that email inside the 20x20 at tcrnetwork.co, you are automatically entered for a chance to win something. A TCR. Oh, you said it. A shirt. Inside
maybe even a mug.
A mug. And it might what you receive is probably going to be a one of one. Let's be honest here.
Very true, because this is brand spanking new merch.
It's going to be a collector's item. So, guys, send us feedback. We want to hear back from you guys. And, of course, follow us on all social media platforms, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. We release YouTube videos the same time that we release this podcast. We have a lot of content on there. Go check out our old content.
Instead of watching us, you could instead of like listening to us, you could see our pretty faces.
You can see, all the time that it takes for our production, to come together.
You can see the cogs moving.
Cogs, and then possibly, guys, later on this month, King and Queen of the Ring live stream on YouTube. So you're gonna want to go onto that YouTube and subscribe right now. So you can catch our first ever Inside the 20x20 live stream. We've done it a bunch of times on Twitch, but not really a formal thing, more of a just hangout type of deal. So, yeah, absolutely. Come by.
Big things, baby.
Follow us at everything, YouTube. You can hear this podcast wherever you get podcasts at this point. We are on rss.com. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts. We're on all that good stuff. So, make sure you leave feedback on Spotify. We're looking for a 5-star review. We're looking for comments. And obviously, we're here, guys. So we're going to kick off the show right now. And we're going to get right into WWE Raw, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, April 29th, 2024.
April 29th from the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City, Missouri. 10,152 in attendance. Missouri. That's right. I said it. Missouri.
Missouri.
We had Logan Paul with iShow Speed and Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes arriving to the arena together, greeted by the new World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest and the Judgment Day. Nice little walk-in. Nice little good publicity for the WWE. To have 3-time Super Bowl champ Patrick Mahomes there with, of course, Logan Paul. Talk to me about that, champ. I know you love Logan Paul.
Listen, you know what? Logan Paul's growing on me.
Really?
He's growing on me.
I'm telling you, he's a great heel. He's a great heel.
But my thing right now is don't bring any more streamers into this. Like, we could stop at Logan. I would understand Jake because he's his brother, but let's just stop it at Logan. The Patrick Mahomes little stint they had, little segment they had was great.
I thought so.
The IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community, was very against it. But, we've always had some sort of football player intervening or
there's always been
in WWE
celebrities.
History.
There's always been celebrities from all different types of sports.
Considering that we had the football thing at WrestleMania, they should have just stopped it at that.
Yeah. His brother, with Jason Kelsey.
Was it Jason Kelsey, right?
Yeah, so.
Well,
I just think,
No, I'm not going to front that punch to the head.
We're going to get to that. Oh, yeah. We're going to get to that segment. That was a good segment, I thought. I thought that was a solid segment. So the show actually, after that, Becky Lynch hits the ring, starts recapping her win from a week ago, the Battle Royale Championship win. Interrupted by who I think should be champion right now, Liv Morgan. And then followed shortly by new SmackDown draftee, Nia Jax. So Nia is not going to be on Raw. She said, "This is my last week on Raw. If I'm leaving, I'm taking one of y'all with me." That promo kind of really didn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Verbal back and forth. Talk to me about that.
Nia Jax promo is just a horrible experience.
It's pretty bad.
She's just bad on the mic.
Exactly.
I got no. I got no comment.
They should have just added her to the bloodline and just like let her feed off of their energy.
It'll happen.
Maybe she would have got better.
Everyone's joining NWO 2.0. I mean, the Bloodline 2.0.
Yeah.
Everyone's.
We'll talk about that one later.
Then we had Triple H's wife, Stephanie McMahon, come out.
Not just Stephanie McMahon. Triple H's wife.
Triple H's wife.
Well, because technically now his name means more in the industry than that name does.
I mean, unfortunately, it does. Hey, listen, I got my one share of TKO. Let's go. I got more shares than Vince McMahon in his own company. Damn. Wow. So for
we went there.
Raw draft picks. Raw drafts Imperium. They get Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser, which we'll talk later. I think Vinci went to SmackDown, so I guess he's gonna start a solo career over there.
Ready?
Yeah. SmackDown gets Jade.
I think he definitely got separated.
Yep. SmackDown. I think that was the only separation that they did in the entire draft.
Well, he was thrown out of the group already, so it doesn't make sense.
SmackDown gets Jade. Raw gets Damage Control. All 4 of them. And SmackDown keeps Kevin Owens, so not a lot of movement there. Then
everyone stays.
We had a one-on-one match between Gunther and Xavier Woods. Pretty good match. Lots of drama there with.
Was pretty good.
Yeah, Kofi saying he was gonna throw in the towel, and then Woods calling him off, and then still ends up tapping out anyway to a nasty submission move.
I hope this leads to the end of the New Day. I honestly hope this leads to the end of the New Day because it's a very drawn out gimmick.
Yeah,
it is very drawn out gimmick. It is. I'll give you that.
It needs a revitalization.
Yeah.
And heel turn.
Maybe a heel turn from Woods.
Well, I could see Woods as a great heel.
He's great. Listen, one-on-one, he has great matches. He always has.
Even on the mic, he's good.
He always had. Oh yeah, he's really good on the mic. Absolutely.
Also, did you guys realize this is kind of like a predetermined? Like it's basically like preparing us for it's the old King of the Ring lost to Gunther, who will most likely be the new King of the Ring.
Wait, wrestling's predetermined?
No.
What
are you talking about?
It's real to me, damn it. It's real to me, damn it.
Logan Paul and I Show Speed come out.
How dare you say such things?
I know, right? Logan Paul and I Show Speed come out to announce the second round of WWE draft picks. Raw gets CM Punk. SmackDown gets what they are now calling, or I think they started calling it at WrestleMania, The Pride.
The Pride.
Bobby Lashley, Street Profits, and B-Fab. Raw gets Braun Strowman. And SmackDown gets Tiffany Stratton. So no movement there. Nice little Braun Strowman Raw pick.
Can we just talk real quick about CM Punk's I'm right here?
Yeah. Yeah. It's coming out. Yeah. It was great.
I love it.
It was great. It was great. After they announced the picks, they hit the ring. The Maverick cuts a promo. The Maverick is Logan Paul, by the way. Cuts a promo on Jey Uso, claiming the number 1 contender does not stand a chance against Damian Priest. Uso comes out. And then the Judgment Day, JD McDonough and Finn Balor come out, start beating him down. Patrick Mahomes gives his Super Bowl rings to Logan, attempts to lay Uso out with them, but instead gives JD McDonough the cocotazo from hell.
A
shiner and a half.
The Bella.
Potatoes him.
Dude. The mark on his head.
What a potato.
Could not be faked.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
It was pretty bad.
Because you still saw the indent of one of the rings right above his eye.
It was really
good. It was great.
It was really good.
Yeah, I think it says Super Bowl champions on his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure did.
But this is the only time in my life that I would agree with Logan Paul about Jey Uso not standing a chance.
Well, we'll get to that.
A champion.
We'll get to that because everything that I talked about came to fruition yesterday during Backlash. But we'll get to that in a second. Braun Strowman comes out and makes the save. Braun Strowman back on Raw. What are they gonna do with Big Braun? Do you see Braun as a possible opponent with
they're gonna put him in a feud with Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed or Damian Priest? Braun Strowman is in main event.
They're not gonna put him in the main event right away.
Not yet.
Interesting.
Well, we got Bronson Reed, we got Braun Strowman, and we have Braun Breaker. That's a lot of Braun.
Well, speaking of Bronson Reed, Bronson Reed had a match that stemmed from the attack last week on Sami Zayn backstage. This match was for the Intercontinental Championship, and it took place with Sami Zayn defeating Bronson Reed by DQ.
Disqualification.
Competitive match.
Yep.
Ended up with Chad Gable breaking up a pinfall after a haluva kick before assaulting Zayn. The Olympian beat the title holder down before the angry Reed, who had just watched his championship aspirations evaporate, lays out Chad Gable.
Yo, the internet is undefeated. That's all I could say. The internet is undefeated. The memes coming out about Chad Gable right now are hilarious. Like I've been seeing like Perk Gable memes all over, and that's why he went heel. Hey, listen, I'm just saying what I saw on the internet. I didn't make any of it. The IWC is a ruthless place.
I think that Reed attacking Gable here is awesome because it doesn't make sense for them to align just because they're two bad guys. And
I just like the fact that they didn't pin Bronson again.
Yeah,
I feel like they're killing that monster character that he is.
Yeah. I see another triple threat on the horizon for the IC title there between those two.
Oh yeah.
Then we had the APA come out. JBL and Ron Simmons, the APA, come out and announce the draft picks, third round. Raw gets the entire LWO. SmackDown gets Legado del Fantasma. Raw gets Drew McIntyre. And SmackDown gets Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's a good move for Shinsuke.
Yep.
Isn't he? He's on.
He was already on SmackDown.
He was already on SmackDown? Oh, damn.
Wasn't he? No, he was on Raw.
I honestly never saw him around, so I don't even know.
Nakamura was on Raw.
Well, when he was around, they jobbered him out.
He's been jobbing out to everybody. Drew McIntyre comes out frustrated with his status as a third round draft pick. Starts talking trash about CM Punk. And then Punk...
That was a good segment.
And then Punk interrupts him from Mike Gambino's favorite spot in the arena, the Skybox.
It's happening every week. Like, come on. It's great. I love it. It's so original. Not really, but so great. Just don't overdo it.
And then, of course, CM Punk says, "I'm not sitting at home, Drew. I'm right here, you little beep.
Beep. You little
beep. You little.
I forgot I had a beep over here.
There
I don't know
go.
if it works.
I heard something beep.
Backstage, Sheamus confronts the new Raw edition Braun Breaker, telling him that he reminds him a lot of a young version of himself. Before they could continue the conversation, Drew McIntyre blows past them to bring the segment to an abrupt conclusion. In the arena, Maxine Dupree and Candice LeRae continued their rivalry with a one-on-one, and it was not a very long match. Candice LeRae defeats Maxine Dupree 1 minute 45 seconds in a Let Me Up match. We had Rey Mysterio cut a promo on Carlito's betrayal, the 7th WWE superstar to betray Rey Mysterio in his career.
Poor Ray, man. Poor Ray.
Dominic interrupts. They had a verbal exchange.
I feel so bad for this LWO faction. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
This LWO survived a little longer than the original LWO, right?
Oh, yeah, because they're not competing with the original NWO.
Yeah.
Very true.
Or the BWO. Let's not forget the blue.
I love the
Don't
BWO.
forget the Blue World Order.
BWO is awesome.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Blue Meanie.
That's right. The Job Squad, baby.
Shout out to Stevie Richards.
Oh, yeah.
And Stevie Richards.
Oh, yeah. Was it Nova also from ECW in the BWO?
Shout out to Simon Dean.
Simon Dean. Drew McIntyre fiercely checks out the skyboxes, finally finds the one that CM Punk was in, only to watch the straight edge superstar make his way to the ring. Cat and mouse game, mind games, the psychology being played by the best in the world. Cuts a scathing promo on him, setting the stage for an eventual showdown between them upon their returns to the squared circle. CM Punk, you prayed for me to get injured? Well, I did that to you. What did you guys think about the CM Punk? This feud is gonna be.
It's gonna be amazing.
So far, when there's finally some physicality.
The build-up is
currently
top tier.
Really top tier right now.
That's what's so incredible about this rivalry right now. It's the fact that they're taking it slow and just giving us that.
They kind of have to because of the injuries now. There's no. It's not like they can get in the ring right now and wrestle.
Right, but it's not like Punk went away to go heel.
Yeah,
he's actually still performing.
And that was the smartest thing they did, was just hand him a mic and let him do his thing every week.
Right.
Exactly.
Agreed.
You're paying him this amount of money.
Yep.
That's why I have him show up to work.
That is true. It's right. Yeah, true.
Yep. Then we had some more draft picks. Raw drafts the entire Judgment Day. SmackDown gets Naomi. Raw gets Ilja Dragunov.
Ilya
Dragunov. SmackDown gets Hyper Niven and
Chelsea Green.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
There it is.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Chelsea Green's growing on me. Chelsea Green's growing on me.
I'm not even talking about Chelsea. One thing I appreciate about the NXT talent is the emotion, the genuine emotion on their face when they get drafted to a brand.
Yeah. It's like they're legitimately graduating. It's like they are moving up. Even though back in the day NXT was better than both products.
So I heard a great idea for the draft, which I think they should do, because the draft, if you're just gonna draft people to the same brands, then it's a waste of time. So why not make the draft more like the NFL draft, where it's like a combine, right? Where they do an event where you showcase the NXT talent, and then it's only NXT talent that gets drafted to Raw and SmackDown. And then you can make trades with people like the talent that's currently there, like the headliners that aren't champions. And you do like a combine, like the combine is to show off the rookies in the NFL. Well, you do a combine and then you have the draft. You do a combine where you show off the best people from NXT who's eligible to be drafted. And then you just draft from that pool. They have to have 25, 30 people that you could do that with in NXT right now.
Well,
and just draft 10 out of those 30 people.
They're trying to treat, they said that they're trying to treat NXT like the third brand, right? Not as a training ground.
Not like the ECW third brand, though. This has got more respect.
Right. But my thing is, why not include them in the draft? That way you can get rid of some of the people you don't want on the main roster and bring up more NXT people, so that those individuals can go down to the third draft and, help.
Nobody got drafted to NXT.
No one ever gets drafted to NXT. Everyone gets picked up.
Yeah.
What's his name? Baron Corbin was what? He was
SmackDown.
Sent to NXT.
No, he got drafted to SmackDown. He got drafted to SmackDown.
No, but originally.
Oh yeah. They just went down there.
They just show up.
Yeah.
They just said, "Oh yeah."
They just crashed the party.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You just got demoted.
Right.
Yeah. No, they go down there to help enhance the talent.
So.
And then steal their titles for a while.
Anyway, I think that they could do so much more with the draft, but. Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax was next. This was the result of the night's opening promo segment. Liv Morgan battled Nia Jax with Tiffany Stratton at ringside. Late in the contest, Naomi comes down, attacks Stratton. Fight spills over to the guardrail outside the ringside area. Morgan takes advantage of the distraction, delivering Obliverator. Oblivion. And scoring a big victory over the irresistible force.
Don't hurt yourself saying that too fast.
Rion. Morgan gets the win over Nia. Nia goes bye-bye to SmackDown.
Nah.
Pretty good. Adding Jax to SmackDown. In a women's division over there that already includes Bayley, Naomi, Tiffany Stratton. It's going to be some good women's matches on Friday nights.
Yeah.
One would hope.
Then we had
hopefully no injured.
Yeah. We had the Dudley Boys come out and announce the next set of draft picks. Raw gets the New Day. SmackDown gets Pretty Deadly. Raw gets Lyra Valkyria from NXT.
Lyra Valkyria
From NXT.
Yes.
SmackDown gets Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. DIY also went to SmackDown, by the way, guys. So there it is. We're setting it up.
That's right.
Setting it up.
They're getting away.
Then we had The Miz and R-Truth defend the World Tag Team Championship against Alpha Academy's Otis and Akira Tozawa.
Is it me or are like titles being defended a little bit more nowadays?
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Right? Like
gotta show off those new belts.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Let's show off those new belts.
Right now, if you're going to purchase a brand new championship belt, go to tcrnetwork.co and go to the WWE link. That's right there in the head.
There you go. This match only lasted 1 minute and 50 seconds, though. Awesome Truth retains over Alpha Academy. Backstage, JD McDonough flashed the most hilariously bad made-up black eye in the history of WWE, but his forehead looked really bad. But the black eye looked like it was a lot of makeup.
He could have just milked the forehead.
Yeah,
the forehead would have been enough, but they had to make that stupid purple mark on his eye that looked so fake that just threw the whole thing off.
6-round draft picks. Raw gets the Final Testament. SmackDown gets DIY. Raw gets Bronson Reed, and SmackDown gets Blair Davenport. Jey Uso sent one last message to Damian Priest ahead of their World Heavyweight Championship match, teaming with Andrade and Ricochet to defeat the Judgment Day in an action-packed main event. It's clear WWE's rebuilding the Raw main event scene, I think. Judgment Day and Usos really are over with the fans. Convincing the audience they are main event caliber on a consistent basis is going to be tough, but I think Triple H is the man to do it. What do you guys think? Overall, pretty good Raw before Backlash.
Yeah, they couldn't do too much.
Yeah.
They couldn't like you said. They had to keep everybody on like their tippy toes,
right,
for like the finale event on
well,
Backlash.
They had to make sure no one got hurt before getting on a plane for 12 hours to go to France.
Very true, very true. But it was a safe event. I'd give it like a B-.
Yep, good.
No, it was a good B+ showing.
Yep, I would agree with a B+. Good stuff from everyone.
I mean, the draft sucked.
Yeah, the draft could have been a lot better. But like I said, I think they're going to reinvent the draft. I think maybe try not to have the draft right after WrestleMania. I don't know if that's a good spot for it, but we'll see.
They had a lot of their eggs in the finale of the whole for WrestleMania. Honestly, I feel like they were just doing that build up so much. They probably weren't even focusing on letting because Triple H has changed everything. Let's be real. The draft will be next to get changed.
I think so too. All right, guys. Well, stick around. When we come back, we're going to cover all the AEW results from the week. We did not have Collision this week, but we did have Dynamite and Rampage, and we had the return of Kenny the Cleaner Omega. Stick around. We'll talk all about it. Inside the 20x20 returns right after this very short commercial break.
The TCR Network presents the Tuesday Night Titans, Twitch's longest running eFed. Come check us out every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on Twitch, where we have the hardest hitting eFed of all time. If you want to join in on the action, please check us out at tcrnetwork.co.
And welcome back, everyone, to Inside the 20x20. Our coverage of AEW this week starts off with AEW Dynamite live from the Canada Life Center. No attendance given on cagematch.net. Not sure why, but maybe for Rampage they have. But coming from
there wasn't a lot of people there.
Winnipeg, Manitoba, the home of Chris Jericho, the original home of Chris Jericho. And yeah, AEW Dynamite number 239 kicked off with Tony Khan with a neck brace.
Yes.
Saying it
from his home office in Jacksonville.
From his home office. Clip cut short by the Young Bucks, who played a new intro for Dynamite. Pretty cool intro for Dynamite. We went live to the arena. Swerve Strickland made his way out with, of course, Prince Nana. He brought up Double or Nothing and said he doesn't know who he will face at the pay-per-view yet. Then the Young Bucks appear on the screen. They say they have an opponent for him, and Christian Cage's music hits. He comes out with the patriarchy. And without saying a word, Cage attacks Swerve. Drops him on the title with a kill switch. Nick Wayne even hit Prince Nana with his finisher. Christian promises to win the world title and give Swerve's daughter a new dad she could be proud of. Wow.
Yo,
Yeah, that gimmick honestly gonna get Christian killed.
Why?
it's bad. It's so good, but so bad.
I'm not sure why he's getting a title shot out of nowhere after being away for several weeks, but I guess it was a good way to set up the feud.
Because he's Christian Cage.
Yeah, I guess so. Then, of course, Adam Copeland's Open Challenge continues. He opens Open Challenge goes out to any member of the House of Black, and this time Buddy Matthews comes out for his title shot.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley's husband comes out.
That's right. Good work in this bout.
Dude, he's getting so jacked.
Yo, but
It's
21-minute match is pretty solid match.
No, that was a good match.
21 minutes.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland defeats Buddy Matthews. Interesting to see how long AEW can go without putting Edge and Christian
in a tag team match.
something together.
Well, they just finished the TNT rivalry.
Yeah.
Oh, I was there for that one. That was good.
Yeah.
I mean, so that match was actually a pretty good match. It was good to see Aleister Black show up at the end, or Malachi Black, excuse me. You know, as Edge was gonna go hit him with the concerto, he was like, "Do it, go ahead, do it." And Edge just like, no, like, well, why are you telling me this? Like, he was so surprised that he was telling him to hit his own man, and it was the funniest thing.
Yeah. Then in his first match since losing the world title, Samoa Joe took on Private Party's Isaiah Cassidy. Crowd begins chanting, "Joe's gonna kill you," of course.
I don't get how Joe could be the AEW champion, but then have his second match, like the second match of a night. He should. I don't know. For me, I would put him more at the end.
Well, he was going up against Zay. You know, you're fighting someone like Brother Zay, and you're a former world champion. Believe me, it's a squash match.
3 minutes and 29 seconds. Joe gets the dub. Chris Jericho versus Shibata. Also another backstage segment with Orange Cassidy, saying that Chuck Taylor was told he would never be able to wrestle again following Trent Beretta's attack on him. Trent?
That was actually in the ring. That wasn't backstage.
Oh, sorry. He was about to threaten Beretta when he shows up. Cassidy tries to go after him, but security holds him back as his former friend yells at him. Don Callis comes out and says something to Cassidy before leading him backstage. Don Callis and Orange Cassidy? Maybe this is what Orange Cassidy needs. A little shot in the arm for his gimmick, because it's scaling up. But this might be.
Think about it. What is the main ingredient in a screwdriver?
Juice.
Orange juice.
Oh, I was getting vodka.
And what did Don Callis hit people in the head with? A screwdriver.
Oh.
Wow.
That's like some chess gameplay right there.
Yeah. I can't wrap my head around it, so I'm gonna move on. The next match.
He wasn't called Cyrus the Virus for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
I caught it. The next match saw Shibata challenge Chris Jericho for the FTW title. Jericho acting like a babyface in an attempt to get more heat. Even wore a jacket with a logo for the Winnipeg Jets and had his dad in the crowd.
Like, listen, Jericho's been around for a while.
Yeah. The learning tree.
Yeah. Shibata did Shibata stuff.
It's gotta end eventually, right?
Yeah, he has to
disappear for a little bit.
It was a
make us miss him for a while.
It was a fun match. Please. It was a fun match. Big Bill shows up, attacks Shibata to help Jericho retain.
Good old Billy.
15 minutes, 26 seconds. Jericho gets the dub.
But the next match, I gotta say,
Cage and Castagnoli.
Yeah, my boy Claudio always puts on.
They had to give Claudio a dub after that loss to Ospreay the week before. Pretty sure.
Very true. Yeah, very true.
I mean, but honestly, I hate the fact that they're squashing Brian Cage so often.
I mean, 10-minute match. 10-minute match.
I was gonna say 10-minute match is not really a squash.
No, what I'm saying is like he keeps losing.
Yeah.
Very true.
I mean,
just sad.
I agree. Then we had final match of the Dynamite portion of the show featured Mariah May taking on a woman who intends to win the world title, Serena Deeb.
Deeb.
Deeb defeats Mariah May by referee's decision. 10 minutes and
Which is
31
very
seconds.
Odd. Which I've never seen before. Have you ever seen a ref's decision in a wrestling
Deeb
match?
blocks May in a submission, but she refused to tap out, so Toni Storm threw in the towel to save her friend from suffering too much damage.
Yeah, the manager gave up.
Submission.
Throw in the towel.
I don't know why it said
I like
referee.
it. I'm just saying, I like it. It's something different. Something different. I like it.
And then after the final match, the return
The music hits.
of Kenny Omega. Announcer Justin Roberts gives him a nice long introduction. Now, the cleaner says he isn't good about talking about injuries, but spoke about being diagnosed with diverticulitis. He said he was 24 hours from death and was scared he would never, ever be able to wrestle again. He said he's going to make sure he's able to come back eventually, but then he moved on to the Young Bucks. Said he's still an EVP, retains some power, which brought out Okada. Omega said if Okada gives him a few months, they can settle their feud in an AEW ring. And then, the scapegoat, Jack Perry, attacks him from behind, while Okada grabs a chair. The Best Bout Machine ends up taking Perry out, but seemed to be in pain after he did it. Perry ends up hitting him in the gut with the chair before the Bucks arrive. They hit the EVP trigger before FTR comes out to make the save. I believe later on, I'm not sure if it happens on Rampage or if this was a thing that wasn't seen, but I know that when they were loading Kenny into the ambulance, they attacked him again.
It was actually the end of the show. It was the end of the show, beginning of Rampage. So like they transitioned into the beginning of Rampage while they were wheeling him into the ambulance.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, that was the end of Dynamite. First match on Rampage saw Jay White take on Dante Martin. Let me just bring up some stuff here real quick. Yeah, you're right. So Okada and the Bucks did attack FTR as Omega was being taken into the ambulance. They dumped him on the stretcher before finally leaving. So where do you see is Kenny really is it a work at this point?
It's a work at this point.
Because they can't mess with him like that.
Allow him to be
exactly. I would.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow him to be injured like that without being medically cleared to wrestle.
Right, and they were manhandling him pretty rough on that.
They're handling
aggressively,
pretty aggressively.
Yeah.
So first match of the night, Jay White defeats Dante Martin, 9 minutes 27 seconds. Not much. I mean, anything there?
I mean, that was a pretty okay match. Again, I feel like Jay White is definitely being wasted.
Yeah.
As a tag team competitor or a trios tag team competitor. He at least needs a singles title. It doesn't necessarily have to be the world title.
Yeah.
Hell, give him the ROH world title. Since that belt practically means nothing nowadays. But,
upsetting.
Let him run his squad the way he should.
Right. Then we had, after issuing the challenge during Dynamite, Rocky Romero and Kyle O'Reilly had met for a singles match. Excalibur talked about the long history between them as opponents. Great display of pro wrestling between two well-respected veterans. 10-minute match. O'Reilly gets the dub over Romero. Then we got
Asukar.
Okay.
His name is Rocky Asukar Romero.
Oh, is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Asukar.
No, not Asuka. That would be too. Too Hispanic.
Azukar?
Get
out of here.
Asukar.
Get out of here with that.
Azukar.
Then we got a promo video from Roosh to establish him as a solo act. Roosh. And then in the final match for Rampage, we had Willow Nightingale take on Sky Blue. Willow Nightingale picks up the dub, 10 minutes, 40 seconds. Couple of painful bumps here. Tables, chairs, and tacks. Barbed wire. Powerbomb through barbed wire and tables.
Yep.
Pretty cool. What do you guys say? Final word on AEW this week in total. Obviously, I'm happy that Kenny's back. That was the big story. And
That was the biggest.
I mean,
him
if
versus
Kenny-
Okada, right?
If Kenny, hold on, if Kenny were to step into the role that Cody had,
Mm-hmm.
I think Tony Khan can be better managed to make a good wrestling promotion.
That's actually really, really a really good take.
Yeah.
He needs that experience and someone telling him this isn't a toy, this is a wrestling business.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, guys. Well, that's AEW for the week. When we come back, we're going to talk Friday Night SmackDown, the go-home show before Backlash. Stick around. More inside the 20 by 20 right after these short commercial messages. Short.
The TCR Network presents the Tuesday Night Titans, Twitch's longest running EFED. Come check us out every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on Twitch, where we have the hardest hitting EFED of all time. If you want to join in on the action, please check us out at tcrnetwork.co.
And welcome back to Inside the 20 by 20, everybody. Episode 4 rolls on. SmackDown, Friday night, May 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
This SmackDown took place in an arena that I cannot pronounce the name of, but it was in France.
Oh, France. Wait, it was also where cinema was
The location
created.
is what I can't pronounce.
Yes.
The name of the arena is the LDLC Arena. And the crowd was hot right from the start. The crowd was hot the entire weekend.
The whole weekend.
Oh, my God.
We saw a couple shots of some superstars arriving at the arena. Bayley then comes out for the opening 8 women tag match. Bayley, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi defeated Damage Control 10 minutes and 16 seconds. Tiffany Stratton also on that other 4-woman team. A couple of good moments here. Just a big build up for what we're to be coming up during Backlash. Then we had Authors of Pain versus New Catch Republic. Authors of Pain picking up a well-needed win versus New Catch Republic, 10 minutes and 26 seconds. Tokar and Akam and Razor take the W there.
Kevin Nash should come back just to be their manager.
Kevin Nash?
Why Kevin Nash?
Shredder.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay. Paul Heyman shown
Shredder.
talking to Nick Aldis and admits that he has not spoken to Rome. I think this was the biggest part of this SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman shown talking
did he
to Nick
just say?
Aldis and admits he hasn't spoken to Roman Reigns since WrestleMania.
Bombshell. Damn. I literally, my jaw dropped, like legitimately dropped.
Yep.
So who was the tribal chief giving orders?
Has to be Solo.
Wait,
No.
No, but there was a time when he was on the phone and he was like getting orders.
So then The Rock
My take,
has to be The Rock.
but not my take is Heyman did it on his own accord. This is gonna turn Solo against Heyman, which will then open it up for Roman to come back to save Heyman.
Yikes.
And make Roman a face.
And Rick Roman.
Oh, well, everybody's already chanting, we want Roman. So, the turn has already happened. Happened.
They're looking for
Yeah.
him.
When his music hits,
Looking for him.
he's going to get a huge babyface reaction. And Champ is going to
Unfortunately.
throw up
Yeah.
the acknowledgement, baby.
Again.
I did say if he comes out, this is what's gonna happen though. He's gonna come out. He's gonna save Heyman. I'm a Heyman guy, so you know what? I'm gonna be like, all right, I'll give him some props. Then if he ends up teaming with Cody, of course, you're gonna see some Roman gear. The merch will be purchased.
Kevin Owens
Fun
and Randy.
fact.
Oh, here we go. Fun
I
facts
have
coming
about
up.
7 Roman Reigns figures that I didn't even know I had that many.
They made them? No, they definitely made that many.
7 figures. I did not know I had.
One.
You know what?
One figure.
One for every match you fucking.
One for every match he cheated to win.
Every title defense.
Listen, hold on. I want to say also, Cody Rhodes has defended his title 4 times. since he won it at Mania last month. Roman
Has
defended
it been
it.
four
Has it really
times?
been 4
It's been
times?
4, including
Jay.
no, but including what's it called? Including dark matches and house shows.
Oh, house shows.
Including dark
Okay.
matches and house
Oh.
shows. Roman
Okay.
defended his title once between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
All right, well,
It's once a season.
different-
right? You get the
And
memo?
five times last
a different
year.
show to debate who's the better champion already, but
Cool.
I mean, we'll have that show at some point.
I don't think the wrestling community.
They're not ready for
is
that.
ready for
Up
that.
next, Kevin
not
Owens
ready
and
for
Randy
that.
Orton hosting the RKO show together for the first time. Heyman is their special guest, tries to talk them out of backing out of the tag team match at Backlash. Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga attack them from behind and a brawl breaks out. After all that was over, LA Knight takes out. LA
Yeah.
Knight comes out, to have a random match against Angel. LA Knight,
Ooh, Angel.
Angel.
Garza.
Yep. LA Knight gets the win, 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Nothing much to talk about there. Street Profits versus A-Town Down. Before that, we see Carlito giving an interview backstage when Dragon Lee attacks him. In the back of the arena, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins come out through the crowd in their old gear to take on Austin Theory and Grayson Waller for the tag titles. A-Town Down still get the dub. 8 minutes and 4 seconds to close out
A-Town.
SmackDown with the tag team championship. What'd you guys think of this show? I thought pretty uneventful, but I think the bombshell,
Good
the
setup.
bombshell, obviously,
Good
I mean,
setup.
yeah,
yeah, it was a nice, safe show
yeah.
for the PLE the next night.
I gotta say though, France itself was its own match. Like the crowd
Yeah.
gets an
Dude.
A+ for me.
The crowd was everything.
Yeah,
This weekend.
The crowd was set up the perfect atmosphere for one of the best pay-per-views I've seen, PLEs
Yeah.
I've seen in a while.
Oh, and I forgot to mention there was a promo between Cody and AJ Styles at the end of SmackDown where they were kind of about to go too sweet each other, and then AJ Styles ends up smacking him across the face, and that was how SmackDown ended.
Dun, dun, dun.
Pretty good ending, guys. Let's roll right into WWE Backlash from yesterday.
Oh my
The
god.
first
All right.
ever
Let me-
premium
oh,
live event from
good.
France. And let's talk about records, because records are meant to be broken.
That's very true.
WWE's Backlash from France has broken the all-time gate for WWE, not just overseas, but of all time.
All time. Now I'm interrupting. I'm grabbing
Go.
the microphone. According to Roman fans,
Oh,
whenever Roman broke a record, he was a GOAT. Now that but Roman wasn't really breaking records. WWE was breaking records as a whole. So according to that, level of playing field, that since WWE broke this record of all time, doesn't that solidify Cody Rhodes as the all-time greatest?
No.
Or are we going to start making up
No.
excuses
That-
and
that
backtracking on all the
hold on.
Roman stuff?
That solidifies that Damian Priest is the
oh
GOAT.
boy.
Because this
Here
was
we
his
go.
first main event as champion, and you
Here
see what
we go.
happens. You see what happens? He's
I
breaking
think that
records
it's a
already.
combination of everything, all the hype, and obviously Cody and Damian on the same event, both defending both championships for the first time,
So
is the
Here's
contributing
something
factor
interesting.
to that.
Tell us
Here's
the
something
interesting fact.
AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, did something that no living man has ever done.
Oh, with the shaking of the camera?
No.
Oh,
He has fought father and
Oh.
son for world
Yeah.
Oh
titles.
yeah, that's right.
that's very true. That is very true.
And his gear was reflective
Purple.
of him beating Dusty Rhodes for that world title.
Yup. It was a good setup. It was definitely the package for that match was great.
Yes.
The package and
Yeah,
and online, everyone who's put together clips and stuff, like putting some OG TNA stuff together and creating those little packages. They were great set. It was a great setup. The match was perfect.
Absolutely.
It was a good match.
Absolutely. All right.
Oh, first we got to talk about the first
Let's
match.
talk about the card. The first match.
Let's go right
the
into
first
it.
match just started off as an all-out brawl that so at one point I didn't think a match was even going to happen. The Bloodline and Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
That was the best way to open up that match.
Oh, it was the best way to open
up
the
perfect intro for that match.
And then, of course, we had Nick Aldis come out and just say, you know what? You guys don't want to listen to rules? Well, then guess what? He said, I think he cursed in French. And then he said, this is now a street fight. Go ahead, do whatever it is. And let me tell you, they did it all.
Hold on. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the match, did you see how over Randy Orton was with that crowd?
They sang the
entire song.
I mean,
that was perfect.
France was
all of the baby faces were over and all of the heels got booed.
So it's funny, but it was great. I watched it again today. I had to watch it again today. And I was sitting there with my wife and she was saying, she goes, the crowd is rooting for both of them. Like when AJ Styles came out, the crowd was
it was pretty insane.
And then Cody came out. She goes, who do they want to win?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just a great match in total. You just gotta watch it.
It would have been a travesty.
Yeah, because one thing to consider is
that 2-year-old
AJ Styles was a global wrestler. He just wasn't an American wrestler, and as was Cody.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they have those fans across the pond.
So the Bloodline eventually in 20 minutes gets the win, but only because we have the debut of Tonga Loa. Well, I should say the return.
Here it goes again.
The return of Tonga Loa.
Oh, Camacho.
The return, right?
Camacho, yeah.
Because he was in...
he went from being Mexican to a Tongan.
That's right. For those of you that don't know, Tonga was in WWE at one point. Go look that up. So he comes in and he is now the newest member of the Bloodline. The Bloodline is expanding.
The MVP, though, of that match is the ref. Because Tonga Loa missed his cue and came out
that was close.
A second too late. And the ref pulled himself out of the ring.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yep, that was
funny. And then he took a punch to the face for it, too, by mistake when he was getting pulled out.
Not gonna lie, that spot with Kevin Owens on the top turnbuckle.
Oh, with the suplex? Was it the Falcon Arrow off the top?
No, it wasn't a Falcon Arrow. It was
Falcon Punch?
No.
Donkey Punch? What?
It was a package neck breaker.
I don't know, but it was dirty. It was dirty. And shout out to Tama for the sell.
Laugh? Yeah. Do you want to laugh though in total? So I was at my mother's house watching it, and my nephew was there. My nephew's never watched wrestling before. He's only 6. And he goes, and I'm like, yo, sit with me. Let's watch some wrestling. He's like, I don't like wrestling. I'm like, but why don't you like it? He goes, well, they don't punch or kick. And I go, all right, I don't know who's telling you what about wrestling, but sit down. Let's watch this match. His very first match, his introduction to wrestling was that match. He goes for a 6-year-old. He's like, he hit him with a garbage can. He threw him through a table. And I'm like, next time your dad pulls out a table, tell him to put through you.
See if it doesn't hurt.
It was great. I just traumatized.
Great match, and obviously there's a lot of things that are left unsettled there, and it just makes you want to tune into SmackDown and see what happens next with the Bloodline and Paul Heyman. Then we had the WWE Women's Title Triple Threat match. Bayley picking up the dub versus Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. Great showing from Tiffy time. I think she needs she deserves her one-on-one shot soon. Absolutely. They should have her chase though a little bit longer and keep Bayley with the title for a while. But Tiffany,
but this is one of those situations where they need a mid-card women's title.
Yeah. They should definitely make like an intercontinental type title for the women. Bayley gets the dub. Great match. Naomi and Bayley with some great wrestling, botch-free wrestling, which is great.
Dude, they hit the 1D on Tiffany Stratton, and I was like,
nice too. It was nice too.
Did you guys notice though? Yesterday at Backlash, they were going a little rough.
Yeah.
They were
They were
hitting.
potatoing each other.
There were some stiff
Yeah.
hits. Yeah, there were some stiff hits,
Yep.
and I was all in.
I love
Listen,
that.
I was waiting for
It
Naomi
was
to turn on
great
Bailey.
wrestling. It was great wrestling.
Speaking of great wrestling,
yesterday.
Damian Priest
Really
versus Jey Uso in the 2%
Yeah, this one
match.
was all right.
Damian Priest gets the dub,
Still had a chance.
retains the World Heavyweight title with a little help from his friends. Unwanted help, I guess.
All right, so Jay gets a little taste of his own medicine, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I want to talk about the entrance.
Awesome entrance.
Clarifies and everything.
Awesome entrance.
Like, it was, how did you get all, well, how many people were there? There was what,
11,000.
11,000? Everybody in that arena had their cell phone out, had the lights on, and was just going with the song.
He's
was
super
going with his
over.
entrance.
He's super over.
Super over. When he wins, it's
gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be
Oh,
crazy.
I like
house
him
is
chasing for
gonna be
now. I think Damian Priest right now
Definitely.
is the better choice. His storyline is very intriguing right now with the Judgment Day. As far as, is he gonna stay with the Judgment Day or is he gonna leave the Judgment Day? Is there even gonna be a Judgment Day in the next month and a half? I guess we'll find out.
I think it's time for them to go their separate ways.
They're gonna break up by SummerSlam. I don't think they're gonna do it that soon in the next month, but by SummerSlam, I think it's gonna be done.
So Damian Priest gets the win. Afterwards, JD McDonough and Finn start to attack Jey Uso, and Damian Priest says, "No, get off of him. He's had enough. He's done." Very interesting stuff. See how it plays out tomorrow night on Raw.
Is he gonna be
Uncle
another member
Howdy
of the bloodline?
Hold on, no. I want Uncle Howdy to come back, kidnap Finn Balor, and turn him into the demon.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's gonna save Finn right now.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be that would be insane.
Next, we had a WWE Women's Tag Team title match, which I gotta say, guys, it was a lot better than I thought it would be. This match was a lot better.
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, there was moments where it looked like Jade Cargill was
super
knocked out,
green,
and she didn't know what was going on. But when she recovered,
it was good.
She was
the finish to the match was really, really chaotic.
Was perfect. But it was so nicely put. Jade showed such a feat of strength.
Mm-hmm.
It was my jaw dropped, and I haven't marked out for a match like that in a while. Like a lot, Jade gets a lot of criticism. I feel like she's still like everyone's been saying, she's still a little green. She needs to.
Yes.
I feel like if she could learn to take a couple of hits, sell a little bit better. She was getting hit, and it was like she was bouncing back way too quick. I'm like, yo, if Asuka's hitting you with
she's a superhero, bro. Come on, she's the Storm. You know what I'm saying?
I know, yeah, I guess, but at the ending was a superior feat of strength. That was a perfect way to end the match.
Good match.
And crown
and
ourselves
we have
tag team
new
champs.
tag team champions as predicted. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are your new WWE Women's Tag Team champions, and I can't think of any tag team that would be able to beat them.
I was just thinking the
so
same thing.
There's gonna have to be some type of heel turn in order for them to lose that, because who is gonna beat them?
No, but they've done that already.
But who's gonna beat them?
Where someone turns heel and then the belts get thrown away, and then it just
they won't get thrown away.
Sasha comes back.
I think what they need to do
Charlotte
is that
Flair.
they get screwed out of the tag team belts. They get screwed, and either Bianca or Jade turns on the other.
Yeah, I could see Jade more as a heel than Bianca. I don't see Bianca turning heel.
No, I think it's Bianca. I think we've been getting little hints here and there when she's been going freaking out about damage control and all this stuff, and Jade's been the one to calm her down.
Maybe.
I think Bianca's the one that'll probably go heel.
See what happens. Well, for now, they're the new tag team champs. Looking forward to hopefully seeing Jade improve week to week.
Also, when was the last time a title changed hands overseas?
I don't remember.
I think this was the first time it's happened in years.
Not sure. I know it's the first time in France.
Yeah, it's the first time in France.
Could be that.
All right, so
I would have to think about that.
All you guys listening at home, when you just throw that, send us an email.
Yeah.
Inside the 20x20 at tcrnetwork.com.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. Give us some.
Let us know.
Teach us something.
And then finally, the main event. for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Cody Rhodes defeated AJ Styles. 28-minute match. Great match.
Beautiful
Back
match.
and forth. Actually thought AJ had him a couple times. And in a clean finish.
Clean finish.
Cody
Emphasis on
Rhodes
the
hits
clean.
the crossroads. He hits a super Cody cutter off the top rope.
Which was nicely
executed. Very well covered by AJ, because it kind of looked like Cody might have over rotated or something. He kind of caught his head, and AJ saved it a little bit there at the end. But right after that, delivering the crossroads for the 1-2-3. Great match from two amazing competitors. What did you guys think of the main event?
It's been rated at what, a 4.25, right?
By who? Meltzer?
I guess
I don't care
whoever.
about Meltzer.
I want to say it was a clear 5. It was definitely a 5. Great match. Crowd was in it. Crowd was behind.
Crowd
both
was crazy.
Of them. Yo, but
The
crowd was
a 5.
insane.
The crowd was
Crowd
a
was
5.
absolutely insane.
I think the PLE was a good 4.7.
Yeah. I thought it was the best PLE in a while. I thought it was better than night 1 of WrestleMania.
That's a big, and it was
And
good.
I was at night 1 of WrestleMania.
It was good. You know what? The freezing aspect, probably you couldn't get to.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
couldn't get a chance to-
you didn't appreciate it because you were freezing.
We were watching it in Discord. You kept popping in.
That and I can't remember most of it, but anyway. But yeah, but I thought it was great. I thought Cody and Damian established themselves as the champions. New women's tag team champions. Bayley holding strong. Tiffany becoming more put out there more. And then obviously the continuing storyline with the bloodline. They did good for all of their main storylines on their shows. They did good. They furthered them.
Yep. And what it showed me was that Europe is deprived of WWE.
Yeah, they want more.
And if Triple H and the WWE execs would learn anything from it, this is the perfect time to introduce a European Championship and drop like what they wanted to do with the Greatest Royal Rumble title, like defend it, in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Perfect opportunity. Make a European title, can only be defended overseas, and become more, have more matches overseas, have more cards overseas. Because everything I saw when they were in Italy, Austria, France, every night they were there, when I saw it on Instagram, it was packed, and the crowd was just, it put us to shame.
Yeah.
It put the United States to shame. Perfect examples. Sorry, of course, I'm just like on a streak right now. So it's like perfect examples. AJ Styles, crowd sang his song, loved him. But then, of course, he was the bad guy, and they went against it. But they still showed him respect. Cody Rhodes, they went for it, they loved it, so on and so forth. Here, what do? They just people they don't like.
Well,
if I hear another
again, that's the environment. We as Americans are spoiled and entitled.
Very true.
And very used to having WWE at our fingertips, whereas everyone else can only get it when they get it.
The views expressed by Cross are solely the views
more.
that Cross's opinions are not necessarily the opinions of everyone here at Inside the 20 by 20. I don't think all Americans are spoiled.
Disclaimer pops up. Disclaimer pops up on screen.
So just want to throw that in there. Just want to throw that in there.
Yep. But when it comes to wrestling, all Americans are spoiled. Because if you look at an audience in Japan, if you look at an audience in Italy, or in anywhere else on the eastern side of the world, they appreciate the craft.
How 100%.
IWC, don't come after me. That was just Cross.
Don't come after the.
Don't come after GDP. Just Cross 718 is his name on Twitter. If you guys want to get at him, Cross 718.
I wanted to piggyback off of the clean championship win. It's the first time in 2 years?
First time in 2 years, a clean dub. 2.5
years. 2.5 years for a clean win for the WWE Undisputed Championship.
Amazing.
Clean.
Well,
all I gotta say is our current champ is putting in the work, and he's doing a good job holding the company on his shoulders.
Well, but that's also what happens when you have two wrestlers who can wrestle.
That's right.
Very true. That yesterday Backlash was the perfect example of what great wrestling was. They let the wrestlers go out, do their thing, and it definitely
Not just great wrestling,
paid
but
off.
great storytelling too.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Well, stick around. We'll be back with some final thoughts right after this short commercial break. Inside the 20 by 20 comes right back at ya.
The TCR Network presents the Tuesday Night Titans, Twitch's longest running eFed. Come check us out every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on Twitch, where we have the hardest hitting eFed of all time. If you want to join in on the action, please check us out at tcrnetwork.co.
And welcome back to Inside the 20 by 20, everybody, episode 4. Final thoughts from the crew here. A great pay-per-view, a great week of wrestling. We're back at it tonight for Monday Night Raw. Should be a great episode. Once again, tomorrow night, guys, Tuesday Night Titans, Gambino Era on Twitch. Friday Glitch on tcrnetwork.co. We want to hear back from you. What did you think of the episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you hate us? I want to know. Inside the 20x20 at tcrnetwork.co. Send us an email. Remember, if you send an email, you automatically get entered in for a shot at winning a new Inside the 20 by 20 t-shirt. Follow us on all social media platforms, including YouTube, X, Instagram, TikTok, all Inside the 20x20 threads. Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify. We want those 5-star reviews. Leave your feedback on there. It helps us move up the charts in the wrestling podcast world. Other than that, guys,
I'm throwing this prediction out there. We will be top 100 wrestling podcasts within the year.
That is our goal, 2024, to get with at least break through that top 100 list.
That is doable.
And I think it's definitely doable.
That's definitely doable.
Well, other than that, anyone else have anything to add for the rest of this episode 4? Close it out.
Great week of wrestling. Like you said, it was a perfect end of our first paper PLE after WrestleMania. Right. I think WWE's got a lot in store for us this year, and we will see where we end up next month.
Where it goes
for King of the Ring.
And just want to
listen. I'm just glad I was right and proved that Damian Priest was going to beat Jey Uso.
It's just going to make it that much
just
better.
Glad
when
that
Jey
I
wins.
was right. That I said that the only way he was going to win was with shenanigans, but. You guys can go back, listen to episode 2 and 3 of the podcast so you can see where I correctly predicted.
If Roman can have his shenanigans, Damian Priest can have his
Absolutely. I just think they shouldn't copy it too much, though.
And with that, Cody Rhodes wins clean.
And Cody wins clean. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the conclusion of Inside the 20 by 20 episode 4.
Yes, sir.
Mike Gambino, Mike Perez, GDP here saying, until we yeet again. See you guys next time. Peace.
Thank you for joining us. New episodes of Inside the 20 by 20 will be posted on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts every Monday morning. Inside the 20 by 20 is a GDP production and brought to you by the TCR Network. Go to tcrnetwork.co for more information. For business inquiries, please email inside the 20 by 20 at gmail.com.